another exciting edition of Maple Talk. Today, we'll be talking about certain habits we know are wrong, yet we still do them. Yes, it's interesting to know that we know that some habits are wrong or inappropriate to do, but we find it difficult to let go of them. There are basically 5 which I will be discussing in this video, and I discovered that there are basically 2 factors that are chiefly responsible for the continuum of these habits. They are orientation or mentality and an economic value, which is translated into income. Let's get right into the video. Number 1, littering the highway. A lot of us, as motorists or pedestrians, find it very difficult to make use of the trash bins. Well, we know that trash bins are not equally distributed along our highways. However, the habit of having to consume some snack or whatever it is you're eating and throwing off the container on the highway is a very, very unacceptable thing to do, because you are one of those contributing to pollution, as you know, and you know it is inappropriate to do. But why do you find it difficult? I mean, I've met certain individuals who are pollution apologists or supporters of pollution. And you know what they say? They say the act of littering the highway while on transit is a source of employment to some people. So they believe that you throwing or littering the highway is a way of making some people do their jobs. Now, we'll go to number 2. Number 2 has to deal with using wood as fuel. Now, come to think of it, for all the parties you've attended, the party jollof that is cooked, what do you think is used? It's not a pressure cooker, nor is it gas. Well, I would not want to make a generalization, but based on my experience, about 90%, if not more, of the food prepared in parties and big events are maybe firewood. They chop down trees and then make sure they make fire out of it to cook. Now, this habit used to be primitive and particular to the village. However, the economic downtown of the country at the time, making the charges of getting gas, the cooking gas, and kerosene for those who use stoves, amongst other means, very expensive for people to afford. And it's also on the increase. So people now have to go back to the old ways of using firewood, which is the cheapest means for now. And I'll blame this on an economic value. Number 3, taking a leap on the roadside. A lot of us have that habit of using the nearby bush or the gutter by the roadside as a place to take a leak. You pee in there. And this is because you're pressed while in motion and you just feel like this is a place. But we all know it's an inappropriate thing to do. And that is why almost everywhere, every building, every organization has an inscription on their fence, "Do not urinate here," and even have it in different languages for people to understand how inappropriate it is. We know, yes, our government has failed in providing public toilets, amongst other things. But our advice is either you don't take too much water that will make you take a leak on the roadside, or you keep it till you get to a nearby public toilet or a place, the convenience to take the leak. Number 4, driving carelessly. Now, driving carelessly does not only translate to overspeeding or not paying perfect attention to road signs, but also not considering other motorists on the highway as well as pedestrians. Let me explain in detail. When you know your car needs servicing, it has a plug issue, but you choose not to do it and come with your car on the highway, there are tendencies that the exhausts from your car are very thick and they have impacts on human health in terms of air pollution and the amount of carbon monoxide released both into the atmosphere and inhaled by different people, motorists and pedestrians alike. Now tell me, you know that that is a wrong thing to do, and that is why we have different agencies. So check that the vehicle inspector officers, the VIOs and the FRSC members, that's what you do. Also, overspeeding. A lot of us run late for events. And in the bid to catch up, we do not even respect the speed limits on the highways. I've seen certain individuals who I've been on transit with them in the same car, and the caution sign says 60 kilometers per hour, but they're on 80 or 100. And the thing is, I'm running late, I just want to catch up. No, if you know you run late, it's either you go late or you don't even go at all. I mean, your life is at risk. Statistics shows that road accidents majorly have been caused by overspeeding and careless driving of multiple drivers, which has resulted into casualties of not only the drivers but also passengers on board. Also, I'd like to state that habits such as drinking while driving, amongst other habits that would affect your skills as a driver, are also condemned. And I would appeal that we as pedestrians or motorists should ensure that we take very carefully the advice of road safety officers. Number 5, drinking water while eating, or drinking water intermittently while eating. So, some of us know this, while some don't. But nutritionists say it is not appropriate for you to eat and then drink water. It is expected of you to take water about 30 minutes before your meal. So the ideal thing to do is, I'm going to eat by 2. 1:30 p.m. I'll take water, and then by 2 I just eat my food. But a lot of us, maybe because we are so hungry or we do not pay attention to these things, we choose to grab your food and then have a bottle of water by the inside. So some of you will tell me, how do I deal with spicy food? Or how do I do that with yam? Like, yam is going to be stuck in my throat and stuff like that. You can cut the yam in bits, right? And then chew it until it's masticated enough to go down your throat. Don't worry, you will not have a problem. Well, that is it today on Miko Talk. Kindly like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel. And if you have thumbs up, take care of yourself and see you some other time.